me, your English teacher, Mr. Ahmad. Now, for our lesson today, we are going to read a news report about how a girl survived a lightning strike and she has her MP3 player to thank for it. Now, before we can do that, let me ask you this question. What is exactly a news report? News report is short account or coverage of the news. News is new information and is usually about something that has just happened. Let's begin our lesson with exercise 1. Now, what I want you to do is I need you to look at the instruction and read the instruction. The instruction is look at the picture. What do you think happened to the girl? Read, listen, and check.
Now, what can you see in the picture? What do you really think happened to the girl? And do you think that she could survive that kind of weather?
Unit 3. Reading. A news report. Exercise 1. Saved by an MP3 player. Sophie Frost, a schoolgirl from England, felt very lucky when her grandmother gave her an MP3 player as a present. She didn't know just how lucky she was, however. When an unexpected accident happened a few days later, the MP3 player probably saved her life. 14-year-old Sophie was going for a walk with her boyfriend, Mason Billington, when it started raining. The young couple took shelter from the rain under a tree and were sitting together when lightning struck. The lightning hit them both and they lost consciousness. Then Mason woke up and carried Sophie to the nearest road in order to get help. A car stopped and took them to hospital. Sophie had some burns on her chest and legs. She also had some damage to her eyes and ears, but fortunately she quickly recovered. How did Sophie's MP3 player prevent her from having serious injuries? When the accident happened, she wasn't listening to music on the player, but was wearing it around her neck. Doctors believe that the lightning travelled through the wire of the MP3 player instead of through Sophie's body. Even though she was lucky this time, one thing's for sure. The next time there's a storm, she and her boyfriend won't sit underneath a tree.
Did you know? Lightning can travel at 150,000 kilometers per second.
Now that we have completed exercise 1, let's take a look at exercise 2. Okay, the instruction for exercise 2 is read the report again and put the events in order. So now there are 5 sentences that indicate all the events that happened in the news report. However, they are not in the correct order. So what you have to do is you need to rearrange them so that they be in the correct order. For this, you would need to read the report again.
So they are 5 events that we need to rearrange so that they be in the perfect order. Okay, so what are the 5 events? A. It started raining. B. Sophie went to hospital. C. Sophie and her friend went for a walk. D. Sophie's grandmother gave her a present. And E. An accident happened. So I'm going to give you some time for you to read again the text and then try to put the events in order.
I'm sure by now most of you have completed exercise 2. Now let's move on to exercise 3. Now let's take a look at the instruction. What is the instruction for exercise 3? The instruction is answer the questions, read the text again if need be. So there are 6 questions in exercise 3 and we need to answer all of them. Now let's take a look at each of the questions, shall we? First question is, what did Sophie's grandma give her? The second question, where was Sophie and her friend when the lightning struck? Third question is, how did Sophie go to the hospital? And the fourth question, where was Sophie hurt? And the last 2 questions are, where was Sophie's MP3 player when the accident happened? And what part of the MP3 player did the lightning go through? Let's find out the answers to all the questions. You may read the text again to look for the answers. I'm going to give you some time for you to complete the exercise. Come to the last part of the lesson, which is exercise 4. Now in this exercise, we have to write a brief narrative based on their situation. Have you ever been in a very bad storm? And what happened? Now for this exercise, you would have to do it based on your actual experience.
Think of a past incident and try to describe it with your own words. You may refer to this example.
That's it for this week. Thank you for joining me today and hopefully you all will be able to make it for our next lesson. So goodbye.